If you live in Minnesota, your home sees heavy rain, snow, and freeze and thaw. Nick showed the quick version. Right size, right guard, one winter detail. Now let's go deeper so you can make smart choices once and not fight water ever again. Number one is the downspouts. This is where most gutter systems succeed or fail. Most older homes that we run into have a 2x3 downspout. In a summer downpour or a spring melt, they just tend to be a bottleneck. Upgrading those key runs to a 3x4, meaning 3" by 4" downspout, and using a larger outlet lets the water move faster and clog way less at the first elbow. If you have an upper roof, route that downspout all the way to the ground. Don't dump water onto a lower roof. That causes overflow in the rain and ice in the winter. Extensions matter a lot also. Keep them connected and pointed well away from the foundation. If you mow or walk there, add a hinge or a tip up so you can flip it up and basically do the task and then lay it back down. Next up is the gutter size and the pitch. Capacity is one thing, but the movement of water is everything. Many homes, they're fine with a 5" K-style gutter system, but if you have a steep roof, long runs, long slopes, or big valleys, these tend to work better with a 6" gutter system paired with a 3x4 downspout. But even the big gutters fail if the pitch is wrong. Water must flow to the outlet and not sit or pool in the mid-run. Hanger spacing controls that over time. If hangers are spaced every few feet to save money, the gutter tends to sag and water ponds. In the winter, that pond turns into ice. We've seen ice weight and snow weight bend the fascia, tear gutters clean off, and even lead to overhang or porch repairs and just serious structural expensive damage. Next up is the hidden lifesaver. That's gutter apron. That's something that's meant to allow the water to drip into the gutter and not behind it. So make sure you ask your installer, are you installing a gutter apron? This small metal flashing, it tucks underneath the shingles and over the back of the gutter so the water can't run behind it. Skip it and you risk rotten fascia, soffit damage, and mysterious staining that never seems to be going away. Next up is a really common topic lately. It's the covers and guards. You need to match your cover system to debris and don't just think of it as a set it and forget it type of system. Match the guard to the debris around your home, meaning pines, tiny needles, shingle grit. Go for the stainless micro mesh. That's usually great at blocking the skinny or the smaller stuff. The big leaves like oak, maple, sycamore, try to opt in for the perforated metal with the step down so leaves shed and the water actually drops in. Another system that we run into is a curve style gutter cover system. Use those with caution. On steep roof pitches and in deep winter, they can actually cause the water to overshoot and the water basically doesn't go into the gutter, it just runs right off and then onto the driveway or sidewalk or whatever's below. So in summary, no guard system is zero maintenance. Plan to do a quick seasonal check. Check the valleys, check the elbow, the first elbow that usually comes off from the gutter, and just the outlets, the downspout extensions. Usually takes a few minutes, it doesn't take a whole weekend, and we definitely recommend skipping on the foam inserts. They tend to collect a lot of debris, they slow down the water flow and become a huge winter headache when they start to freeze. Sounds great in theory, but they do tend to fail pretty quick. Let's talk about branded systems and the warranties. This comes in terms of systems like leaf guards or gutter helmets. They do require a certified installer for the detach and reset. And anytime your project entails work on the roof or fascia or anywhere where the gutter cover system needs to be detached, you need to make sure that the contractor you're working with reaches out to gutter helmet or leaf guard to get all of that coordinated so you maintain your warranty. Next up, and this is very important, we're going to talk about the material thickness and gutter coil thickness in particular. This is the answer to the question why some gutters dent and oil can and others don't. So not all aluminum coil is the same. You need to ask your gutter installer, what coil are you using and what kind of thickness are you going to be utilizing. Thinner coil tends to oil can, dent easily, and then tends to sag, especially in Minnesota weather, and then with the snow loads and the weight of ice and snow. And you need to make sure that you have a system that's more durable, thicker coil, that doesn't sag, doesn't dent easily, and maintains rigidity through the Minnesota winters. All right, here's your Minnesota checklist. This is what we recommend. So main thing is the right size. You can use the 5" gutters where it works, and for most cases it does work, but go ahead and upgrade to the 6" gutter and the 3x4 downspouts where it's necessary. You also need to make sure that you have the right flow. So the outlets where the downspouts, especially that first elbow where that lets the water out, those need to be large enough to accommodate for that. You also need to try and get the upper roof slopes to drain down all the way to the grade. If you cannot, then use a downspout system that drains onto the lower roof section, but make sure that the direction of the water flows over the shingles and not across the shingles. That's very important. Right geometry. You need to verify the pitch, make sure that the gutter is actually pitched towards the downspouts, and you need to confirm the hanger spacing is not spread out too far. We recommend having more hangers, especially towards the valleys and ends of the gutter runs, as that tends to have a lot more water. Right detailing. Gutter apron needs to be installed, and caps need to be sealed, and outlets need to be clear. Right guard. The guards need to be matched to your trees, and we don't recommend foam inserts. And last but not least is the right habits. Go ahead and opt in for those tip-ups or the hinged extensions that will allow you to move the downspouts out of the way so they don't get damaged. And then just remember to do a quick seasonal check. If you're in Minnesota and want gutters that actually work in the snow, ice, and summer downpours, we'll design and install the full system for you. Size, pitch, hangers, aprons, guards, and extensions so the water goes away from your home and not inside your home. Give us a call or text at 952-495-5545. There's no pressure, it's just a system that's built for Minnesota.